Hi everyone, let's talk about Jupiter in Gemini. Jupiter entered Gemini back on 26th May of this year and it will stay here till 10th June 2025. So we have a year of this transit and we're already 4 months in. So you might have an idea about the energy of this transit and how it's impacting you, but let's dive deeper. You might have heard astrologers saying that Jupiter is in detriment in Gemini, but what does that mean? Jupiter rules Pisces and Sagittarius, so Jupiter is in domicile in these two signs, and therefore it's in detriment in the signs that oppose them. So Pisces is opposed by Virgo and Sagittarius is opposed by Gemini. Therefore, Jupiter is in detriment in Gemini and Virgo. A planet in its detriment is not in its home, so it doesn't feel so comfortable in that sign, and therefore the energy of that planet can come across in ways that are a bit unexpected, unconventional, and even a little confusing. Before we talk about Jupiter in Gemini, I want to discuss why Jupiter might be detriment in Mercury ruled signs. The most obvious reason is that Jupiter rules signs that are associated with the bigger picture, that is Pisces and Sagittarius, while Mercurial signs are concerned with the tiny details. So while Jupiter likes to zoom out, Mercury ruled signs like to zoom in. While Jupiter is associated with philosophical ideas and believing in something, Mercury is associated with more logical concepts and therefore can even be a bit more cynical. I think the main reason Jupiter is in detriment in Gemini is because Jupiter likes to have a guiding truth, something that can help you navigate life. But Gemini energy is all over the place, it's scattered. So it's like there are multiple truths that are guiding you in different directions, and it can be very confusing. Jupiterian energy wants there to be a sense of meaning and purpose in everything, while Mercurial energy just does whatever feels good in the moment, going in any direction without any particular sense of purpose, and that's why Jupiter might feel uncomfortable in Mercurial signs. I often tell my clients and anyone who I talk to these days about the butterfly effect and why I think that is perfect for Jupiter in Gemini. What is the butterfly effect? It's the idea that the flap of the wings of a butterfly in one part of the world can create a storm in another part of the world, basically saying that small actions can lead to bigger consequences that we might not anticipate. But the butterfly effect came into play when scientist Edward Lorenz was studying weather patterns, and he noticed that even very minute changes in the initial conditions can lead to very distinct weather patterns down the line. A lot of people equate the butterfly effect with the domino effect because they have very similar meanings, that one thing leads to another and leads to an outcome, but I think they are distinct in a very subtle way. I think the domino effect shows a more apparent and obvious cause and effect where one thing clearly leads to another, but the butterfly effect is a bit more subtle. It's like doing something mindlessly but realizing down the line that this one mindless activity led to something very profound in your life. The butterfly effect is a lot more subtle and unassuming, like something that's happening in the background until you finally get to see the end result. And only then will things make sense to you. Let's talk about Jupiter's travels through the 3 decans of Gemini. When we look at the decans of Gemini and how Jupiter moves through them, we can understand how these stories are unfolding for us and how they're applying to our personal lives. The first decan of Gemini is ruled by Jupiter itself, and it talks about the cycles and patterns in our life that keep us stuck. The tarot card for this decan is the 8 of Swords, and it clearly shows a woman who is stuck. But because this is Gemini and the Swords suit of tarot is about our thoughts, this is more about being mentally stuck somewhere. The second decan of Gemini is ruled by Mars, and this could be about the urge to move out of this pattern and to break free. But because you are making a change in your life or a change is happening in your life, you're feeling very uncomfortable and anxious about it, which can clearly be seen in the 9 of Swords. The third decan of Gemini is ruled by the Sun, but the tarot card for it, the 10 of Swords, looks a bit like defeat, when in reality, it is most likely about surrender. Anytime there is a change in our life, there's a sense of grief that comes with it, and accepting that grief means feeling the emotions that come with it, and even untangling the thoughts that arise. Let's talk about the actual dates that Jupiter changed decans and how it might have impacted the story that's unfolding for us. Jupiter entered Gemini on 26th May, so this is likely when you observe these cycles and patterns getting more apparent. On 10th July, Jupiter entered the second decan of Gemini, and that's when you might have felt an urge to make a change. Jupiter entered the third decan of Gemini just a few days ago on 11th September, and you might have felt a sense of surrender, or you might have thought to yourself, okay, I'm done with this shit now. But the story is not that simple because Jupiter is about to retrograde and therefore it will enter the second decan of Gemini again, bringing back that sense of resistance and perhaps a sense of discomfort when it comes to these patterns in our life. Jupiter will station retrograde on 9th October and will station direct next year on 4th Feb. And during this time, as Jupiter is moving backwards through Gemini, more so through the second decan of Gemini, you might feel uncomfortable because it will be like these thoughts and feelings you've already dealt with, they're going to come up again. But you can think of this like a test or more so like an opportunity to show yourself how you have grown and changed. Just remember that our thoughts and feelings aren't necessarily a reflection of the external world, but more so a reflection of our internal landscape. And they are not permanent. When uncomfortable thoughts and feelings come up inside you over the coming months, try to see them with a lens of curiosity because that is what Gemini energy is about. It's not emotional and it's not trying to find a sense of meaning in everything that happens. It's only looking at it to learn from it. After Jupiter stations direct, it will continue to move through the second decan of Gemini and finally enter the third decan for the last time on 24th April. This period will once again require a sense of surrender, especially to any kind of grief that we might be feeling about the old life that we have lost. Make sure you're not resisting any kind of change while Jupiter is retrograde, especially when it comes to your thoughts and mental patterns, because it might feel familiar to go back to the way things used to be, but you and I both know that you can never go back. So try to create a new story for yourself. Over the past few months, I have learned just how mutable Gemini energy is. It is about duality, but in a very different sense than I expected. This energy is about having multiple truths and multiple realities and multiple stories and having to accept them all at the same time, even though they might seem like opposing stories. And because of this, this energy can manifest as being very confused. But the confusion might stem from not being able to accept that two opposite things can weirdly be true at once. Think of this transit as a very weird story and how you can try to understand that story, live in that story, edit that story, or perhaps just write a whole new story. A very important factor in any placement or transit is the dispositor, which is the ruler of a planet. Now, Jupiter is in Gemini, and Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Therefore, the dispositor of Jupiter in Gemini is Mercury. So, as Jupiter moves through Gemini and as Mercury changes signs, this will impact the energy of this transit. Think of Jupiter and Mercury as macrocosm versus the microcosm. So, while Jupiter in Gemini is a whole story that is unfolding for you through the year, the sign that Mercury is in will show you how this story manifests for you in your daily life. It is very interesting to see the story that unfolds in your life when Jupiter transits through a sign, and I would highly recommend trying to figure out this story for yourself. In order to do that, look at the house in your chart that Jupiter is transiting right now, which is the Gemini house of your chart. But apart from that, also look at the houses that Jupiter rules, which are the Pisces and Sagittarius houses of your chart. For example, if someone has Venus in Pisces, then the ruler of their Venus placement, that is Jupiter, being in Gemini will impact their relationships and their sense of self-worth and esteem in their life. As Jupiter moves through Gemini, it will also aspect your personal planets, and it is important to look at how they are being impacted. For example, if you have planets in Pisces or Sagittarius, their ruler Jupiter will be squaring them. If you have planets in Gemini, Jupiter will be conjoining those planets. If you have planets in Virgo, Jupiter will oppose them. If you have planets in Leo or Aries, Jupiter will sextile them, and so on. You can check in ephemeris to figure out the dates when Jupiter will exactly be aspecting those planets, and then you can keep an eye out for any themes that might manifest or have manifested, because Jupiter has been in the sign for like 4 months now. Something that Jupiter does is expand the emphasis on any aspect of our life, and we can figure that out by looking at the house that Jupiter is transiting. For example, Jupiter is transiting my 12th house, And there is a big focus on things like, my subconscious mind and how these kinds of subconscious beliefs come through. I want to conclude by saying that Jupiter in Gemini will make you question the stories that you have told yourself so far in life. And that's a good thing, because we should always keep revisiting them to make sure that they still align. And I want to remind you that during this transit, at any moment of time, you can choose to rewrite your story. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more content on tarot and astrology. And let me know in the comments what is your Jupiter and Gemini story, like spill the tea. I will end this video by showing you my rings, which capture the Jupiter and Gemini energy very well.